Hello everyone, welcome back. This is Curtis Pike and I'm doing another Adobe Premiere Pro tutorial. In this one I want to show you how to do a 3D title. Now a lot of people like to make titles for like short films or if you're a gamer and you want to have like, titles pop up as you're doing your shots and your kills or whatever it is, whatever it might be. Titles are pretty popular. So let's go ahead and start. So the first thing you want to do is you want to go to title at the top here and create new title, default still. You can also do Command or Control T, does the same thing. Now, the background here, we have a black background as a default, so I'm just going to go ahead and leave that. I'm going to leave no background in. And I'm going to go ahead and type something in here. So let's see, let's type in my name, Curtis Pike. Now, that's a bit small, so we're going to go ahead and increase the size. That's a little bigger. And I'll also go ahead and choose a font that I like a little more than just the Adobe standard one it comes with. I like this impact font, so let's go with that. Ooh, that's a bit too big, so I'm going to decrease the size a little. And I'll put it there. Now, you can go to the center here, so vertical center, horizontal center, so this is perfectly centered. And bang, we've got a title right here, Curtis Pike. Going to drop that right into the timeline. I'm actually going to drop that up top. And then you're going to go ahead and see that, we got a nice cool white with black background. But we want to make it 3D. We want to do a little bit more with it. So we're going to go ahead and create a color matte. Now let's go ahead and do that. To do that, all you got to do is create on a new item here. And select color matte. Let's go with, yep, match it. And maybe we want to do red, like a nice dark red as the 3D piece. So we're going to put that underneath the title here. Okay, so now it's white on red. Looks good, looks good. Now, the next step you need to follow is to go to your effects panel here, and you need to put in a 3D, basic 3D effect. So you can search it for 3D right there, or you could just go to video effects, and then I don't know where the heck it is. Where was it? It was under image control or something. Crap, I don't remember. Doesn't matter. Just search for 3D, and it's under perspective. Yeah, of course it is. And then you want to drop that on your title. Now, let's make this a 3D. So we're going to swivel it so you can tell it's 3D. So let's go ahead and turn the title. Let's turn it 20 degrees. Why not, right? Also, just so you know, you can do tilting, but we don't want to do that. And you can also back it up and move it in and out, which is another awesome effect. I'll make a tutorial on that actually in a few minutes because that is really cool. But anyways, enough of that. So there we go. So now we've got a title. We've got sort of like the 3D swivel so that it's got a nice 3D angle on it. Now we want to give it a bit of a extruded look. We want it to have like some density, some thickness to the letters. So to do that, the next thing we need to do is where is it? We need to do a drop shadow. Now we're going to go under perspective, and this time it's drop shadow. Now we're going to drop that onto the title as well. Now here we go. The drop shadow distance is 5 by default. So if we go all the way, you'll see, hey, look, drop shadow, cool. That doesn't really look extruded. That just looks like obviously a drop shadow. So I'm going to make this really dark so that it's more noticeable. And now this is where it gets a little tricky. The distance obviously is at 0, but really we want to keep it around 4 so you can sort of see a bit of an extrusion on the edges, yet it's not detached from the letters. So keeping it at 4, what you have to do now, and this is the tricky part, is you have to duplicate the drop shadow. So you want to copy it, Command C or Control C, and then Control V. And then we create a second effect. And now in this effect, you want to take the distance from 4 to double it, to 8, for example. Now you can start to see we're getting a cool 3D extruded effect. But we probably want to do a little more than that. So Control C, Control V, and now we've got a third drop shadow. And these drop shadows are working on top of each other. So we're going to go from 8 to this one, we're going to go to 16. Now we're getting that 3D effect. Are you seeing that? Yeah, it's looking pretty good. And just for the hell of it, let's do one more. Control C or Command C, Command V. And we're going to go this one up to 32. Each one of them's doubled. And now we've got a 3D extruded look inside Premiere Pro. Most people, when they make 3D, do it in After Effects because it's very, good for that type of thing. And it's got a bunch of stuff going on in there, 3D engine and all that crap. But in Premiere Pro, you can do it, and we just did it. Now, let's go back to the title, and the last thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and do some sort of animation so you can, get a cool look on the title. So here we go. Let's do a swivel animation. So to do that, you want to go to Basic 3D. Now, it starts off on the 20 degrees, so we're going to go ahead and click the stopwatch or the animation button, and let's say it starts there. After 1 second, we want it to be at, come on. Oh, wow, okay. My fingers aren't so good there. We want it to be at -20, so let's go ahead and do that. -20 it is, so it's sort of swiveling back and forth, and then at, let's say, 2 seconds, I don't know, we want it to be +30. We're just making this up as we go. We just want to see what the swing looks. And then at 3 seconds, we want to be at -30. And then at the 4 seconds, I don't know, maybe we want to be at 0. So it's right back to flat. Okay, so as you can see, we've gone ahead and done that. Now, as soon as you guys hit the stopwatch here and you start it, as you move your playhead forward, Premiere Pro is intelligent and it automatically creates keyframes. You'll see them right there. So there's the keyframes as we go. So anyways, let's go ahead and render that and see what it looks like. Curtis Pike. Okay, and now this time, one more time. There we go. We have a 3D extruded title inside of Adobe Premiere Pro. That's a tutorial for now, guys. I'll be back more with some more tutorials. Thanks for watching. Cheers.